Whoa, Nelly, the Chief is back with another episode of ArmaGEEKdon, doing something special, stealing an idea from my good buddy. You might have seen me recently on a Talking Joe sketchbook special from a man, Mark Funky Bunch, and I stole that idea because I've got a load of sketches, and I brought him on board. So without further ado, let's welcome the man in.
Whoa!
Here he is.
Holy guacamole.
How
it's
are you,
me.
Sir? It is. Yeah, I like the idea that you had. So basically, steal what's good and do it. But we're sharing the wealth because you're still doing the sketchbook shows. Hopefully, I might guest on a few of those as well. And I'm going to do some of my stuff. So it's double whammy. Everyone's a double winner.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
More of the Chief, everyone wins.
I'll put some links to Funky Bunch's stuff that he's got going on down below. And he can pimp out his stuff later. But yeah, the idea of this is got a load of sketches over the years from conventions and private commissions, and just want to showcase them to anyone who wants to have a look. So without further ado, let us go to the first one. Let's have a look.
Before we start, Chiefy, what is the selection criteria for what we're about to see?
Well, the selection criteria for this one is what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do a convention by convention episode, but I thought I'll start out with something a little bit special, hook the viewers in before they got a chance to desert this sinking ship. And this is going to be lineup. So I had an idea a few years ago to do police style lineups, you know, usual suspects, with the grid markings and the measurements on the wall, so that kind of thing. And I started out getting my very first one, which we'll see, is a 2000 AD villains, and this was going to be an ongoing theme. I think I only got 2 2000 AD themed ones in the end, but there's 4 we got for display today, and then there's some more to show for the next episode. But let's have a quick gander at the first one.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so this one is a Stas Johnson piece, and the brief that I gave Stas, who is a fantastic, started out doing 2000 AD, did a lot of work for DC, Catwoman and stuff like that, cranking out good work all over all the major publishers at the moment. Anyway, kind of had a real good resurgence, and top guy. I've met him, really great, kind of permed long haircut, which the Chief has modeled himself after. But the premise, what I said to him was, can you do, and I think I gave a selection maybe of 5 or 6 characters, and I said, can you do four 2000 AD or Judge Dredd villains, I should say, not 2000 AD, but it's Judge Dredd villains. And then, because he was synonymous with Catwoman, I said maybe you could do a Catwoman who has strayed into Mega City 1 by mistake, and she could be in the lineup. So he did this shot here. Let's get it up to full screen so we can get a bit of a better gander at it. So he did this one, and this is the pencil rough that he sent me. And then let's actually get on to the main shebang here. Here we go.
Whoa,
so this is the fully inked version. Yeah, this is for a first one in this series of images. I got a cracker there.
Yeah, it's great. And this was at the time when you were sort of just getting into the kind of commission game, really. So this would have been quite early on in that venture, really.
That's right. We both, you know, got convention sketches, and we were, you know, branching out into the more not even pre-orders for conventions. So you get it's almost like 3 steps, isn't it? You can get a convention sketch, which is generally your most simple. You can get a pre-order for a convention, which is kind of your next level, and then you get an out of convention commission done, which is where you get your best work done. But yeah, I think so. What we got here, we got Mean Machine on the far left, part of the Angel Gang. He has a dial on his head which goes up to 4, and if you get the Mean Machine on 4, he's I'm going up to 4 on your partner. He's kicking your ass.
Yeah, and getting a serious bocking.
That's it. You got it.
Yeah.
Then I threw in a random one here. The Jigsaw Man. He was only in 1 issue. There was a follow-up episode with Jigsaw disease, but not this particular guy. I don't know what his name was, but he was only in 1 episode. He contracted this disease where parts of him just start falling off.
Disappearing. And there was a wild cover with him on it. Was it Bolland or
Yes, I think it was Brian Bolland. Yeah. But I just thought let's chuck him in because he's a cool visual. He's a good visual. Then we got Don Uggy Apolino who's part of the ape gang. Just I love gangsters. I love
Naturally.
apes. And if you marry those two together, you got dynamite, baby. So he's pretty cool. And also it gives a nice kind of height variation to the image. You don't want everyone the same height. So you got characters here who are just breaking up. Judge Fear, who looks to be coming on to Catwoman.
She doesn't look too afraid, just annoyed.
Yeah, she's strayed into Mega City 1, but she don't care really. She's happy to be there. Well, but yeah. Nice use of shading here, great inks from Staz. Overall, really pleased with this piece. Really pleased. Have you got any Staz Johnson stuff, by the way?
I don't have anything big on this scale. I've just got a few small convention sketches, I think. I've got a Robin off the top of my head that I got done in the front of one of my Batman bound books. But yeah,
I remember you got that thought bubble. I think I remember that one. He's
quite active on Twitter, is Staz, and he's been showing off some of the commissions that he's been doing lately. And I think that's sort of, well, he does various tiers, but I think 350 is one of his big ones. And he's been doing some lovely work. He actually did a Baroness and Destro recently.
Oh, really?
So Joe fans, check that one out. It was very good.
I tell you what led me to get him was when you say he's quite he's on Twitter quite a lot, and I had seen a Rogue Trooper that he'd done and love Rogue Trooper as a character.
Yeah.
And I thought this is really cool, so I just reached out to him and he said, yeah, I got a spot free, let's get it done. So really cool with that first one. So let's see what we got up next. It is
look at that.
This is John Edwards with the Bounty Hunters lineup. So this was a commission that turned into a collection at Thought Bubble. I had seen John's work at Thought Bubble, passing his stand. He was there every year. Nice guy. Had chatted to him and had bought some of his sketchbooks. He does a lot of sketchbooks based on places he's gone, like Japan and Helsinki one. I've got a few of those. And just thought, this got a cool style and this is going to work well for a commission. So really I've got a few other pieces from him as well, which we'll see down the line. But I like what he did here.
And I think you made a conscious decision at the time not to include Boba Fett. Is that right?
Correct. I thought 6 was too many probably to get on a lineup. I was trying to do it to everyone as 5 characters, and I thought he's standalone enough. He can hold his own. He doesn't need to be in the crowd here. I thought let's get these 5 underappreciated bounty hunters in there. So you got Forlom, Zuckus, Bosk, IG-88, and Dengar. But he's made them look really cool. It's kind of a little bit cartoony, but still, they've got a bit of an edge to them. So nice work on that. You got any work from John?
I haven't, weirdly enough, but Pete, my brother, did get got himself as an X-wing pilot.
That's right,
in color. But I've no idea why I haven't got something from him, because he is great.
Yeah.
There's so much individuality in his style there, and it's so charming.
And just a top quality nice guy, which is even better. But I saw this on Twitter. I posted it up. He probably had posted it as well as a commission he'd done. And then I saw, you might have even tipped me up to this and said, is this yours? Because I saw a color version of this on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Which is this one. Maybe it wasn't you then. And I contacted the guy. It was a guy called Matt Soff. And I contacted him and I said, this is my commission. Really cool. Good work. I don't suppose you could, fling me a good copy of this colors. And he said, yeah, fine. And I actually reached out to him again and got him to commissioned him to color some other pieces I've had done.
Oh, wow. Very
good. Yeah, great colors here, kind of a little bit muted on the green on Bosk, which I kind of like. You still get that nice white highlights on Forlom, which is kind of cool, giving you the kind of shiny metal effect. But yeah, he did a great job there. Really like that one.
Yeah, it was. I was just interested to see what detailing he was adding there in the colors. So I was looking particularly like at the top left of Bosk's head there to see what was different in terms of the colors. And yeah, he is sort of adding in some subtle differences there. In it's not just a pure line work. He is sort of doing some interesting color holds and things on the art.
So that's good. I like that one. Let's see what we got up next. It is. Oh, I don't actually know if this is coming through too clearly.
I've got to go right up close to see the details. It's
quite. Well, this is
quite fine.
This is just the pencils, so we might as well cut straight to the inks. This is Mike Bowden, who had done quite a lot of sort of pin-up work and had done a few bits for DC. But I asked for a cartoon heroes lineup here. So great work here. You got Ulysses from Ulysses 31.
Pronounced Ulysses.
What else can do the things you do now? Great show. If you haven't gone and seen Ulysses 31, go and watch it now from your favourite streaming platforms, wherever that may be, because that's a great show. In fact, I'm going to do a rewatch of that, and I'll let you know on ArmaGEEKdon what I thought of it. Lion-O,
there is a YouTube rabbit hole.
Lion-O, He-Man, Marshall Bravestar, and Raphael from TMNT. Good one.
Shredder's head on a sigh there.
With Shredder's head, and I think there's a Monkey Man poster in the background.
Yeah, nice.
As well by Marshall Bravestar's head. This is cool image. The only thing I would say doesn't let it down at all, because I love this piece, but Lion-O's right leg, just the angle of his foot looks like it's on a different plane to Ulysses's foot, just because of the angles. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks
like it's straight down, whereas Ulysses is at an angle, his foot. So it just looks.
He's almost like worked them up separately and then just placed them alongside. But some of that dimensionality isn't
especially because if you look at the top half of those two characters, Lion-O looks to be in the foreground, but then if you look at the feet, it looks like Ulysses' feet is in the foreground. Although I suppose he's standing at a bit of an angle, but that's a minor nitpick. So this was a cool one, and the plan was to get a kind of reverse of this, get the villains. So get a Shredder and a Skeletor and a Mumra, and then I don't know who. Marshall Bravestar must have had a villain that he fought on a regular basis, but I don't know about Ulysses 31. I can't remember the show, but that's still
space isolation. My nemesis.
So there's that one. Let's go to the next one. And this is another 2000 AD. Here's the pencil version. This is a Kev Hopgood image. So again, he did me a pencil breakdown for this before sending me through this one, which is the inked version. And here we've got a Link Angel from the Angel Gang.
Yeah, of course.
Which was there was Part Angel, Link Angel Jr., Fink, Mean Machine. They're all part of this family that lived out in the cursed earth outside Mega City 1. Basically, hoodlums, villains up to no good. And this is one of the brothers. Then you've got Rico Dredd, who is Judge Joe Dredd's clone brother, Rico Dredd, who was actually faster on the draw, who was actually a better marksman, etc., a better judge, if you will, until he went corrupt, and then his brother Judge Joe Dredd had to sentence him to 20 years on Titan, where they chop off your nose, give you breathing apparatus, and you have to work outside in space. Rico came back, and Judge Dredd had to kill him. Good story that. It was in Prog 30 in 2000 AD, just a one issue written by Pat Mills, and I just read they did a redo of that story. Pat Mills again with Paul Johnson possibly on art around issue 950, I think it was, for two progs. Pat Mills retold that story as a 2-prog instead of a 1-prog story arc with lovely art. So really cool. Then you've got Walter the Wobot, which is a droid who gained freedom during the Robot Wars in an early Judge Dredd storyline. He has actually wet himself there if you look at the puddle below him. And then you've got Chopper, Marlon Shakespeare, who is a sky surfer. He has featured many times in Judge Dredd and 2000 AD. He's kind of like an anti-hero. so to speak. Really cool. Look at the blacks that Kev's used here. Brilliant. And actually, love this image. Kev, fantastic guy. I've got another lineup, a G.I. Joe based lineup from him, which we'll see on a future episode. But he did actually leave out a character. So as with the Catwoman on the Stas Johnson piece, I said, can you put a War Machine in here? Because Kev co-created War Machine with Len Kaminsky over at Marvel.
Yeah.
And he forgot. He was like, yeah, I'll put War Machine in. And he sent me this one. He's like, and I said, what about War Machine? He goes, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So there is one more to go on this one. And he actually added a grey wash.
Nice.
So let's just have a look there. That is the inks without, and there is the grey wash. So yeah,
because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Chief, but I think Kev did the inks in this case digitally.
Correct.
So then with the
and he did the wash was actually by hand. So I'd reached out to him for a commission, and he actually said he hadn't done commissions for years and years and years.
Oh wow.
And so he did this one, and he did it in he obviously drew it digitally, inked it digitally, and give me a high real high res, high what do they call that,
like resolution,
like begins with G. Can't think what it is. Don't know, whatever, but a high quality paper, high resolution printout. And then he did this grey wash with brushes on top or markers on top. And he actually said to me, someone else had wanted a commission. I think, did you get one from him, or someone else got one from him? And he said, I just thought people wanted the digital commissions because they were of a higher quality. Whereas then he started getting requests for actual hand done commissions. I suppose you could argue the downside of getting a digital commission is it's easier to print off maybe or make duplicates, and therefore it's not quite as unique. But even a hand-drawn one that you upload onto the internet, anyone could print that off, and then it's lost its uniqueness theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that pen on paper, the hand on the paper kind of touch that a lot of people like. And I think that the approach here with you're getting the best of both worlds, because you're getting the precision of the digital inks, but then with the hand bespoke unique quality of it just being a one-off, then sort of grayscale to it. And I think the worry with as purely digital only commission is that if you say just email another copy to somebody, whatever, and then it just all gets on the internet, then it just goes out, and you've lost the unique aspect to yours. So I think this approach is a great way of having a digital commission, but still having it retain a lot of the benefits of a hand-drawn one.
Yeah, definitely. I've gone down the route of getting a few more digital commissions recently, and that's more than anything just because that's the way the artist worked. So it wasn't a conscious choice. It was just like, I want something from this person. They said, well, I only work in digital now. That's fine, I'll take that. And a lot of the pieces I've had done digitally have been personalized to me in the composition or the characters, so it wouldn't mean as much to someone else anyway. So all right, Let's see what we've got next. That's it. We haven't got anything else next. We did four. So there you go. That's a very brief look. It was just kind of an intro to what kind of stuff the Chief's got, but I have got more lineups, and we'll be covering those in the next, maybe not the next sketchbook, but the next sketchbook lineup, because there's going to be many of these shows going out. But I want to say a big thank you to my guest today. That is Mark Funky Bunch. Thanks for coming on. What have you got going on, good sir?
Well, we just had our drop of our sketchbook show on the Talking Joe channel, so we've got 2 of those in the bag. So if you enjoyed this kind of thing, head on over to the Talking Joe channel to check out those videos. And then we're also running through our coverage of ARA, so we're keeping current with that. And we're also covering the Devil's Due run from that started back in 2001. So at least one show a week. And we've got some great guests coming up as well, some special surprise guests.
Oh, very good, very good. Looking forward to that.
And we've got our 3rd sketchbook special planned for April as well. So that
Cool.
would be cool.
Very good, very good. My thanks once again to the Funky Bunch. More ArmaGEEKdon episodes coming out on the regular, so make sure you like, subscribe, notifications, comments, all that jazz. Share the love, spread the word that ArmaGEEKdon is the place to be for all your geek needs. But with all that said and done, you better keep it geek. We are fast approaching Easter, and that means the chief dog's got to do one thing, and he's got to go big, and that is eat hot cross buns, baby. Let's take a look at what's on offer. Okay, first up we've got these Sainsbury's. Whoa, they are outside the best before date. That does not bother someone like the chief. Hot cross buns, looking like they a bit scant on the fruit there. What I'm going to do is crack one of these open, butter up half, toast up half, butter that toasted half, and get them down my neck. Okay, here we go, all toasted up with myself a little bit of Judge Dredd. Come on, that's the stuff. Anyway, listen, we've got the toasted one, we've got the regular one. The smell, yep, smell, I'm getting something from that, spices. But if I look at the packet, look at this jazz. Celery, mustard, peanut. What the heck is going on there? Anyway, let's try this one first of all. Yeah, this is what happens when you have out-of-date breaded products. Not getting anything there. Let me try the toasted one. Immediately much better. Not getting a terrific amount of flavour. I think I'm coming in with look, 3 out of 5. Smell was good, 4 out of 5. Taste, 3 out of 5. Overall, not much fruit in there either. I like a lot of fruit in my hot cross bun. Overall, Chief's coming with a 3 out of 5 for this bad boy. So there you go. Thanks for joining me. There's going to be more hot cross buns on the next episode. I'll be giving you the lowdown on which ones you should be buying, even though by the time this airs, it's probably going to be past Easter. Oh well, you can still buy them, hopefully. But I'm going to be back next week with another show, action figures, trading cards, comics, games. Who knows what's going on? All I know is we're going to have a good time. And until then, keep it geek.